The train tracks along the coast of Del Mar will soon be getting another facelift, but the decision is gaining some mixed reactions.
Certainly is, and it is sparking some concern as well, as SANDAG is moving forward with more improvements that include an additional seawall. KUSI's Dan Plante live from Del Mar. He's got the latest. What's happening, Dan?
Hello there. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It is an absolutely beautiful day out here, a beautiful day to be outside on the beach, anywhere around here. But what we're talking about is a very serious issue, and that is the crumbling cliffs. Of course, we're right along the railroad tracks. We've been talking about this for decades. And as you can see, this one little stretch, we're at the end of 7th Street. This one little stretch, if you go down just about 50 feet from where I am, you can see that the tracks are about 6 feet away from the edge of the cliff. So it is definitely getting closer and closer and more dangerous and more dangerous. But you know, a lot of things have been done. There are pilings underneath the tracks themselves. There's been new drainage systems that have put in here to help with the flow that comes from up above, which is where most of the erosion comes from. But it is the seawalls that are creating the concern here in town, because seawalls are known to basically make sand disappear out on the beaches. And of course, what's the best thing as a buffer for these cliffs not to erode? Well, they prefer a lot of sand as opposed to the waves crashing up against them. So I got a chance to catch up with the deputy mayor of Del Mar earlier today, and here's what she had to say.
Now that spring is in the air and summer is not far off, it's about to get loud and crowded along the cliffs of Del Mar. Not necessarily from the tourists, but the heavy machines and the workers attempting to save the cliffs from falling.
Last Monday, we learned at the City Council that SANDAG is going to start their bluff stabilization project right away. They're starting on March 21st.
Unstable cliffs and landslides have been a safety hazard around here for more than a century. Over that time, the cliffs have been eroding at an average of 6 inches a year, and the train tracks get closer and closer to the edge. Hoping to save the tracks and buy some time, SANDAG is moving ahead with more big projects, including support beams underneath the tracks themselves, drainage from above, and seawalls at the foot of the bluffs. Del Mar Councilmember Terry Gasterland likes everything but the seawalls, at least not now.
The seawalls down below are going to bury beach and scour beach, and it's not clear that they're going to add much in the way of protection. So this is happening, and it's happening right away, and it's happening all of a sudden, seawalls first.
The area of beach beneath the train tracks is already lined with more than 1,000 feet of seawalls. Starting this month, construction will begin on another 1,000 feet or so. The concern now, more loss of sand and the more loss of coastal access, as required by the Coastal Commission.
Can we delay building seawalls? Can we try to make sure that we have bluff access down to the beach, which the Coastal Commission is requiring of SANDAG, before they start building seawalls?
At this point, Del Mar is in the middle of a delicate balancing act, needing to protect the train tracks while hoping to protect the environment and maintain coastal sand.
What we do know is that the seawalls that are the hardened bluff in Solana Beach, all along the south end of Solana Beach, the beach has just scoured and gone away there. That's why that barge out there over my shoulder is replenishing Solana Beach to the tune of 700 cubic yards of sand right now.
Regardless of what we do now and how fast it happens, sometimes Mother Nature has its own plans, like the situation up the coast in San Clemente.
What we know is that what's going on in San Clemente is also going on here. This bluff is slowly oozing and moving that way. Putting a seawall at the bottom isn't going to stop the bluff movement. It's not going to stop the erosion from above, from the irrigation and the groundwater.
All right, back out here live. The construction, we understand, is going to begin on March 21st. They will work for a couple of months, and then there's a moratorium for the summer. So on Memorial Day, we understand the construction will stop all the way through the summer and then begin again after Labor Day. But for the next 2 months, it could be pretty loud out here, and certainly a lot of people are concerned about the loss of beach when more seawalls go up. We're in Del Mar, you guys. Throw it back to you. See you back here in the next hour at 5 o'clock. See you then.